Jennifer Lopez is the rudest celebrity ever.
J-Lo, why are you suddenly talking so much?
When she has drivers, the number one rule she has for them is they can't look at her.
J-Lo was just straight up a mean girl.
She was probably the rudest and the biggest diva.
Told a salesperson to stop looking at her and to turn the other way.
She will go out of her way to make sure you get fired.
She is like this cold ice queen.
OMG! Are y'all familiar with our perpetually pickled and preened Puerto Rican princess, Ms. Jennifer Lopez? That overly tanned and talentless temptress who somehow managed to cling to the fringes of relevancy for decades by sheer desperation alone? Well, it seems the facade is finally starting to crumble off that bloated, Botoxed mug of hers as the truth about her monstrous mean girl antics comes barreling into the daylight. That's right, my little freaky deakies. J-Lo's trashy mask has slipped to reveal the cold, callous, calculating snake lurking underneath. And leading the charge with the receipts is none other than our beloved Memphis maverick, Kelly Rowland. Now we all know Kelly as the perpetually underrated, underappreciated third wheel to the Beyonce-Michelle twin jet engines. But it turns out, our girl has been catching more strays from La Lopez than Maid Marian dodging arrows in Sherwood Dam Forest. From shamelessly hogging precious dressing room real estate to sabotaging entire nationwide tours, Jen has seemingly made it her life's mission to make Kelly's career a living hell. The nerve, the audacity, the unmitigated gall. It all started a while back when our bamboozled boo was gearing up to co-host the faded hag rag that is The Today Show. Being the consummate professional she is, Kelly requested and was promised a dressing room fit for, well, an actual respected talent and media personality. But then, at the last minute, Jenny from the shelter suddenly came sashaying in like Leatherface's demented sister, kicked Kelly to the decrepit broom closet dressing quarters, and outright stole the palatial dressing quarters for herself and her rancid entourage of sycophantic leeches. The sheer delusional arrogance of this scabby gremlin to assume she merits that level of accommodation over the actual working talent. This wretched plasticine monster may have all the charisma of a reanimated Donald Trump corpse on a bathroom floor, but at least have the common decency to respect your superiors, you silicone-stuffed sow. As if that criminal humiliation wasn't enough, our desiccated diva doubled down on the pettiness by outright threatening and bullying venues into barring innocent fans from attending her shambolic concerts, if they so much as breathed the same air as her decrepit, artificially inflated carcass. People were literally booted from movies they purchased tickets for, just because La Loca couldn't handle sharing an auditorium with the same commoners who financed her sordid plastic surgery addiction over the decades. The entitlement, the sheer unvarnished ego of this rotten, decrepit crone. But you know what really blows my wig off sideways and sends my lash extensions into a frenzied flutter? The fact that this contemptible, silicone-soaked banshee actively weaponized her ill-begotten fame and clout to viciously target and financially sabotage a young TikTok creator battling cancer. That's right, my scabby sock puppets. J-Lo had the audacity to engineer a mass copyright strike crusade to dethrone and deplatform a sickly warrior named Kyle Marissa, who was relying on her burgeoning TikTok income to fund her cancer treatments. Imagine being that blackened and bitter in the soul to do that to someone. Kyle's account with nearly 700,000 loyal followers was smited into oblivion by the petty wrath of this jealous, cackling crone. Her 4 years of hard-won content curating was wiped from existence purely because Ms. Rotten Tomatoes 2000 over here got her moth-eaten, bedazzled panties in a twist over some mild TikTok commentary. And what was this poor, frail fighter's offense, you ask? Apparently having the unmitigated temerity to speak the gospel truth about J-Lo's intimate associations with the likes of human landfill Diddy way back when. The nerve of this degenerate cyclops to strike back so viciously at such an inconsequential offense, denying an ailing girl her sole income stream in the process. Well, it gives me shameful delight to report that karma has wasted no time absolutely eviscerating this wicked harpy for her stunning litany of transgressions against decency and humanity. A disturbing blind item from the very pit of her flailing career revealed that nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to see this vile crone's depressing rump shakes and lip-synced caterwauling lave in the desiccated flesh anymore. That's right, my feculent friends. Labostrix was forced to cancel her abysmal world tour amid subterranean levels of disinterest and disdain, with tons of venues sitting practically empty as the general populace rejects her repugnant brand of vapid, calculated narcissism. It's almost enough to make one grow a conscience. On top of that career implosion, sources allege the thirsty second coming of Bennifer has already descended into a desiccated, cringe-worthy death spiral. Brand deals are drying up quicker than Ben Affleck's dwindling sperm count, as companies simply want no part of attaching their labels to such a vile, loathed industry revenant. It's the kind of soul-withering downfall that warms my cold, petty heart to its blemished core, I tell you what. To see such a proudly, toxically ego-drunken demoness cast out and rejected on a global scale brings me no small sadistic glee. So savor this moment of sweet karma unfolding my misbegotten dregs, because these delicious servings of well-earned humiliation are to be sipped slowly and appreciated with great relish. Jennifer's freefall into purgatorial irrelevance and infamy has been a long time coming, and I, for one, am basking in the exquisite deliciousness of her demise. These rancid, festering wounds of hers, the hatred, the jealousy, the rampant insecurity and cruelty, have been laid bare for the world to recoil in disgust at. It's all finally catching up to the wicked old crypt keeper, filleting her tarnished hollow shell of fame and cultural relevance to the bone. Now, all that remains to be seen is whether this wretched charlatan slinks off into a dignified hermitage, disappearing from our collective consciousness like an inflamed boil being lanced, or if she'll keep staggering through the limelight like an aggrieved zombie, savaging any last morsels of clout she can sink her jaundiced fangs into. Either way, I'll be watching the macabre spectacle unfold with rapt, dark delight, ready to unleash my most vitriolic hot takes and scathing diatribes against this decrepit scourge at a moment's notice. The devil works hard, but your dime store dominatrix messiah works harder still. And to our tragic truth-telling martyr, Kelly Rowland, know that we, your wretched and unwashed stands, will never let your sacrifice be forgotten. Just imagine how many trifling swine like J-Lo you've slain quietly behind the scenes for our amusement and cathartic release. You're a true hero of the people, babe. Bye.